strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
We got this.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 50, yes, come on. Greystone, travel.
D, get the ball right here. Let's go. 25, check 25, check 25. Switch. Check 31.
5.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ready.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Let's bring it.
61, matchbox lights.
45 the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
From the gun, Herbert, and he's going to go down again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Bears take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Cohen. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, dude.
Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trubisky to throw again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You ain't going nowhere.
2nd and 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
44. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even.
First down, a run with Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school.
They go play action with Trubisky. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 4 at the
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Set. 70. Indy. Topper. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Five. And now.
Throwing again. Herbert. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Go! Ready!
From the gun on third down. Herbert going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Going up top. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, lock it.
Back. Check 3.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Nice 7. You're out.
Slam.
On 1st down, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
3 buzz. 44 to Mike. 44. Alert.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check 24.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They're running it.
Hey, orbit.
58, come on, 58.
I'll go. Snap.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
I got you. I got you.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Bears.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get... into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Boone, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Keep playing.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Bound to lose one.
5.
From the gun, Herbert. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 54.
They run with Pumphrey. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Jack!
Ran, go! Blue. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Sanders.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. This is caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, seam 6.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Squeeze. Bravo. Snap.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
They'll run on 1st down. Boom. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Lock in. Slam. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
44 is the mic. Hey, here I come.
They'll go with Boone. He's got room to run past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Boone, 91 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
60 outlaws.
Off the bootleg. Herbert, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. And down to the 11. A huge play there for Chicago. Give him 69 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Ready.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check.
And they will take a knee here. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run in Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.